but he was one of my friends in school. I don't talk to anyone from school like that anymore. I talk to like a handful of people from school. Not because I have anything against them, but that's just life, innit? Most of my main friends are outside of school. But, year 8, I moved form, and I started YouTube. I don't remember when, but it was sometime in 2015. So in year 8, I'm in 2015 now. The background is at the back end of 2015. I would mainly release in FIFA content, Rocket League content, GTA content. I did 3 vlogs to West Ham. We beat Swansea in the 16-17 season. The very next season when I was still doing YouTube. Who else did we beat? I don't remember who else we beat. I think it was Crystal Palace. It was the game where Andy Carroll scored the overhead kick. So a year later in 16-17, in like year 9, I was doing vlogs as well. We would used to... I don't know whether anybody knows Share Factory. If you have PS4, you should know what Share Factory is. We will go on Share Factory and edit our videos. We'd use PlayStation Record, and then we'll upload it. We'll put it on Share Factory and edit it. The way we used to record like music in the background, by the way, was like you would get your phone, for example, and you would just play it down a mic instead of having it professionally. Obviously, life is very different now, but you got to understand we're like 12, 13, so we think this is sick. Instabay is a very private account. Ah, okay, fairs. Mikez, what was your rapper name? Take a wild guess. Prime, take a wild guess on what my rapper name was. Take a wild guess. You can edit on Share Factory. Yeah, that was an editing thing. I didn't know it was used for anything else, but we used to put like clips together and stuff. And not edit good, by the way. It's not a good editing thing. It's not a good editing thing. No, it wasn't GVO. I'll get on to why GVO is GVO very later. But this might be a long stream, by the way, so keep smashing the likes. We're 45 minutes in. There's 25 of you in here, so smash the likes. Where are we? Yeah, so FIFA content, Rocket League content, vlogs, GTA content, football challenges in my back garden where I'll just set up a mini crossbar and just take stuff, take footballs and just put them on a crossbar. We're trying to kick up challenges, etc. Your rapper name, GVO Rabbit, Miniansky, Lil Mark Noble. My rap name was Mikez. It's always been Mikez. Do you know what it is? People don't call me Mikez really outside of YouTube. People call me Mikey. Mikey's my real name. But I feel very weird when people when people in YouTube call me Mikey, because it's very weird. I said boo. What's it? Yeah, people call me Mikez on here. People call me Mikey outside of this, but my real name was Mikez. Yeah, ooh, what a surprise! Exactly. So I've always been Mikez. I've never had any other name when it comes to rap or when it comes to YouTube or anything like that. Mark Noble and Crack, brilliant. Thank you, AJ. You fucking peanut. Big out AJ, of course. Lil Mikez. No, not Lil Mikez. Even though I was Lil, I was never call myself Lil Mikez. Even before that, the whole Lil Pump, Lil Uzi Vert era, Lil Yachty, whatever, there were still too many Lils in general, like Lil Wayne and stuff. I didn't want to be Lil Mikez. I was just Mikez. I didn't have any other nickname. I had another nickname, but it's kind of similar to my surname, so that's why I don't say it on camera. But yeah, so releasing bare content. What we used to do, we used to have a clan as well. We used to think we were sick. We would be like 6 of us. I can't say the name of it because again, some of this content is still on YouTube. The reason why you can't find my channels anymore is because I'm using the same Google account now, but it's just that my Google account got deleted in 2019 in terms of all the content on there. So all my liked videos, all my subscriptions, all my videos, all my watch later playlist where I used to add instrumentals that I'd rap to and write to and stuff like that as well. What else did my account delete? Everything, pretty much. It deleted all my old YouTube videos that I had, so I don't have access to them anymore. I don't really have any videos that I was proud of, to be fair. There was no videos that I edited well, anything like that, bro. All we would do was have a PlayStation mic and just put music in the background. That was shit. You man said Young Mikez. Peanut, that's a yellow. Nah, definitely not a yellow. But yeah, the music was shit. I mean, not the video. Well, the music was shit. The videos were shit. So yeah. That was the kind of content we were making back in the day. And I don't remember how many subscribers. I think I got to 100 subscribers and I thought I was like, bro, I thought I was sick, bro. I think we ended up getting to 200 or something. But it wasn't, but it was like 200 or something in like, I was doing this content from like 2015 to 2018. Mikez had a whole underground record label and that piff. Definitely not, bro. Definitely not. But as a joy is, I'm fucking... backtracking, bruv. I forgot to elaborate on this, but um I did rap battles in year 7. I did rap battles in year 7, so people found out I rapped. There was only 2 guys in our thing that rapped, and I'm actually still cool with this guy to this day. I just haven't spoken to him in a while. But they also used to try and pin us against each other because we were the only 2 rappers in the school and stuff. I didn't help it as well because when we fell out, I dissed him, bruv. But like, I don't help myself, as you guys know, as I've elaborated in this thing before. I don't help myself. I was making terrible decisions when I was a young guy. I might be showing my age with that one. No, I know that, Piff. Was you ever sent offers for studios by a label? No, never made it. Never ever made it. Like, I was just trying to do shit, bruv. Rap battles. So why don't you go on Pen Game, you fraud? It's too late now, but I don't do music. If you asked, like, I know Pen Game was about in 2021, but let's say I was doing music now, I probably would apply. But I also, people know me for being the guy the crowd knows. The crowd now. So even if I was to do music still, I could probably rap battle. I could probably battle if I put my mind to it. But bro, music is so far gone, and I'll explain why later. But bro, I used to battle. Oh, when I mean used to battle, I had like 2. I had one in school and one outside of school that nobody knows about. But it's not on YouTube, so it don't matter. That's a white chocolate cube head, bruv. Alright, man. Fucking North London dildo head, bruv. Get out of here, man. Listen. With this whole, like, rap battling thing, it was basically a case of there was no instrumental. We'll go around in the back of the school field and we'll just take in turns to diss each other. That was it. Until basically break time ran out. There was no winner until somebody was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was the guy who was like, I won like the first one in like break time, and then we rematched in lunchtime and I lost. But I lost because I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. We're at the end of lunch. So why do you want me to still spit a bar when we're going back into class and all that? I was never like a bad kid in school. I just refused to do homework and shit. That was the only time I really got detentions and stuff. I was never like bad behaviour or anything like that. Can we do rap battles on stream, brother? No, bruv. No, bruv. But yeah, so that was that in like year 8. So in year 7, I did rap battles in year 7, and then people all the time were pressuring me how to rap. The only other thing I did in year 7 was poetry slam. I don't know whether you guys know what poetry slam is. No, I didn't get a detention due to rap, but I could have if I just missed a lesson and all that. As I said to Prime earlier, 300, I don't have a favourite bar that I rapped because I wasn't that good. I was a good writer, but at the same time, I don't have like a standout one. When I look back at my old lyrics, they're disgusting, bruv. I got detentions for like homework and stuff, like forgetting to bring it or just not doing it. I never got like bad behaviour detentions. To be fair, I didn't really get that many detentions. To be fair, I was never late. I was just dumb, bruv. I never brought my homework in. I was smart at school, just a short ass fuse first. I never had a good bars, to be fair. Like, as standouts, I can rap on beat, I can rhyme very well, I can write a good song. Can you say any lyrics that you do remember? I like generally on my life, mum's life, and all that. I do not remember any lyrics. I could go through my notes. I don't want to. And also, if there was a bad lyric, like, I am so passionate about music that bad lyrics make me cringe. So I would never reveal them on YouTube because everything now is target practice. Every single thing. Memorable bar, good or bad. Again, no, I have no memorable bars whatsoever. Now, I thought I was sick. The problem is, like, I can rhyme, but the way I'm delivering it, it sounds like old school parody YouTube, bro. It sounds like old school parody YouTube. So that's kind of the problem. But no, nothing memorable, to be honest with you. If I'm being 100% real. I did poetry slam in year 7, and because I could rhyme, I came like 4th in this poetry slam competition in year 7. But to be honest, I didn't like coming 4th, because not only was it not first, because I'm competitive, but also, what's it called? There was never actually meant to be a 4th place, it was just meant to be a top 3. But I got into like an honourable mention, because I was like contender for top 3 or whatever. I wasn't happy. People were clapping me. I was like, why the fuck are people clapping me for 4th? 4th? Are you taking a fucking piss? But like, you gotta understand, I'm a competitive person, so I took it to heart every time I wasn't like rated. But that was just me. Like, I don't have much of an ego outside of that, to be honest. outside of when I used to rap, I don't really have much of an ego. Like, I'd like to think not anyway, but I took rap serious, even though I didn't really. They think you're Mick Arteta. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Big up Charlie as always. Mini Mick, you're taking a fucking piss. It was Arsenal fans clapping for fourth. Fuck's sake, man. But I don't think anything memorable happened in year 8, year 9. I'm trying to think if there's anything like... what I will say, I'll open up a bit. Let me open up a bit. Like, I would say from like year 7, like end of year 7, to like the start of year 11, I would say I was in a very depressive state. I would say that. I would say I was in a very depressive state. And the reason why was because of the environment I was in school. And it took a fucking toll on me, to say the least. So, like, music was the escape sort of thing. But I managed to escape that in, like, 2018, start of year 11. And I was close to moving school. And it was just like, now I can just leave it. I'm leaving school in 6 months. I don't have to think about this place again. So, I don't know. But that is kind of like the biggest like deep part about this. I can't really get into details, but I was in the worst state ever. But it was because of the environment I was in at the time. Bridesmaids of the top 3. Mike should be an Arsenal fan, being applauded for being finished in 4th, clapping you for 4th if you're 2010's Arsenal. Can we get an Arsenal diss track from Mike's? I will never rap again. Yes, sir, I'm saying this for sure. I will never ever rap again. What was the pause? What did I miss? What did I say that was bad? They were probably Arsenal fans. They loved that foreplay. Some environments just caused that same for, to be honest, until I left in June. Yeah, legit. How did you deal with depression? Do you know what it is? I just said, I'm leaving in 6 months. Just get through the last 6 months. My whole thing was just get through the last 6 months. You don't have to do this again. But it took me 4 years to like cope with that, because like halfway through school I'm like, bro, I want to get out of this place. I'm like, let me just end school on a high and all of this. And it was basically a case of like, it's so hard to like explain, because it's like when you're in the state for a long time, all you're thinking about is the state you're in. But it takes so long to like just switch the off button. But the only thing you can do, and I've had this mentality since then, is to carry on the same routine you have, because you can't control the uncontrollables. If I could teach anybody anything, yeah, it'll be controlling the uncontrollables. You can't do. You're never going to be able to control obviously control something you can't control. It's the most obvious statement in life. So when you can't control something, just get on with your life. You're not going to think about it again, because you're going to have other things that you can control that can benefit you. I feel like I'm saying something very basic to myself then, but that's something I only realised about myself in like 2018. So it's not really something you could deal with until you have the right people around you that understand you. But that's what I will say. Like in school, that's what it was like. But I was still doing music. I think the first song I released was in like... What was the... It was like 2018. So we're skipping years. Because I ain't got really much to tell about school. I thought I would have a lot more to tell. But I don't really have much to tell about school. Unless you guys got questions about school. I was saying you want to open up. Oh, okay, alright, that makes sense. Fair enough. The lack of sun in the UK might not help with depression. Honestly, I love the sun, so that does not help 300, you're right. When I'm in the sun, that's me, bruv. That's me in my element. I just want it to be sunny. That's why I'm glad I'm going on a couple holidays this summer, bruv. That's a good view to look at things, but when you're in that state, it's hard to think of positives, especially when you're on ones. Exactly. That's why I'm saying it took me so long for my brain to click, for me to feel like, well, I should just click myself out of this. The sun is over. Well, you do live in Australia, mate, so that's probably why you think that. But I prefer the sun to the rain. I don't want to wake up and it be grey, bruv. But